6 Ways Commander Riker redefined being a Star Trek first officer. In the long history of Star Trek, first officers have always been more than just second in command. They're the captain's most trusted partner, the voice of the crew, and the person who steps into command when the captain cannot. From Spock's logical brilliance to Kira Nerys' fiery resilience, each first officer left a unique imprint on the franchise. But Commander William T. Riker of Star Trek, the Next Generation, played by Jonathan Frakes, stands out for how he redefined the role across 7 seasons and 4 films. Riker wasn't simply a supporting character orbiting Captain Jean-Luc Picard. He became the blueprint for a modern Starfleet first officer. Here are 6 ways he changed what it meant to sit in the second chair. 1. He balanced respect for the captain with his own command identity. Traditionally, first officers in Star Trek often leaned heavily into being a captain's shadow. Riker changed that dynamic. While he respected Picard immensely and never undermined him, he wasn't afraid to offer strong counterarguments when the situation demanded it. Episodes like The Measure of a Man and The Best of Both Worlds highlight his ability to challenge Picard's perspective or defend the crew, even when it meant discomfort. Unlike Spock, who almost always deferred to Kirk, Riker carved out his own command voice while still maintaining loyalty. He showed that the best first officer wasn't just a yes man, but a partner who could think independently. 2. He made the first officer role about mentorship. Riker redefined the XO not just as a commander but as a mentor. He actively guided junior officers, often taking an interest in their growth. His relationship with Data is a great example. Where others saw an android, Riker treated him as a crew member with potential and encouraged his development. He also had a knack for teaching through action. Ensigns who served under him knew he'd throw them into situations that tested their skills. His mentorship style balanced support with challenge, demonstrating that a first officer's responsibility extended beyond the captain. They were also caretakers of the next generation of Starfleet leaders. 3. He became the face of command readiness. Perhaps no Star Trek first officer exemplified ready to command at a moment's notice better than Riker. When Picard was captured and assimilated by the Borg, the best of both worlds, Riker stepped into the center chair without hesitation. He didn't mimic Picard. He commanded with his own style, aggressive when necessary but always thoughtful. Riker's willingness to remain a first officer rather than pursue his own ship for many years wasn't about a lack of ambition. It reflected his understanding of timing and responsibility. He valued his role on the Enterprise, proving that command readiness isn't just about seeking the captain's chair, it's about excelling in the one you already sit in. 4. He humanized the first officer role with humor and warmth. Earlier first officers in the franchise, particularly Spock, were defined by restraint, logic, or formality. Riker, however, brought humanity into the role. His warmth, charm, and humor made him approachable to the crew. He'd share a laugh in 10 Forward, play the trombone at gatherings, or get caught up in holodeck adventures. This blend of professionalism and relatability redefined expectations for the XO. He proved a first officer didn't have to be stoic or detached to command respect. In fact, his humanity became one of his greatest strengths, building crew loyalty and morale. 5. He expanded the action-oriented side of the first officer. From away missions to daring combat scenarios, Riker was often the one leading from the front. His physicality, decisiveness, and willingness to take risks made him the action-driven heart of the Enterprise. Where Picard was a philosopher and strategist, Riker was the boots-on-the-ground leader. His reputation as the guy who takes the fight directly to the problem solidified in episodes like Q Who, when he boldly accepted Q's challenge, and countless away missions where his leadership ensured crew survival. In doing so, he expanded the first officer's role into something more dynamic, equal parts diplomat, warrior, and tactician. 6. He modeled emotional loyalty without losing professional distance. One of Riker's most defining traits was his loyalty, not just to Picard, but to the Enterprise and its crew. His respect for Picard bordered on reverence, yet he never let it compromise his judgment. Their relationship became the model Captain XO bond, one built on mutual trust, personal admiration, and the ability to disagree without fracturing. Beyond Picard, Riker's loyalty extended to the crew at large. He formed friendships, even romantic entanglements, without letting them interfere with his professionalism. This balance, being deeply human yet always command-ready, redefined what it meant to carry the weight of second in command.